Hey there everyone, it's Jennifer coming to you from Soulutions Counselling. Today I thought we'd talk about bullying and feeling like an outsider. So I'm sure so many of you have a story to tell about being bullied, about feeling awkward, not all of us fit in, what we do to fit in. Let me break that down for you. What do we do to fit in? What do you guys do to fit in? Is it makeup? Is it working out at the gym? Is it making sure that you have the best clothes, the best of everything? And how do you afford those things? It can get very expensive. It can create a lot of tension at home. And what does it truly mean to you? Is it worth the tension at home? Is it worth the money you're spending just to keep up with the Joneses? So let's go back to bullying. And then we have people who, they kind of think outside the box. They're not really concerned about what they wear or their appearance or their hair or their nails. They're just there to, learn and hopefully interact with other people. And some of them don't. Some of them just don't want to interact with other people. I had a really hard time when I was growing up interacting with other people. I had no idea. I didn't feel secure within myself. My self-esteem was very low. I felt like I just wasn't good enough. And I was overweight. And the funny thing is I go back and I look at the people that I went to school with now, and many of them are beautiful people inside and out. We all have our trials and tribulations of life. But if I'm to look at it and look at where I am now and look at where some of them are now, and there's no judgment. There's no, we go different paths, but you'd be surprised how the shift kind of changes from, like, if you were to know me then, where I couldn't order a glass of water on my own, I had to get my mom or somebody else to order a glass of water, to me now doing it for other people, and teaching them how to not be so self-conscious. It's really funny. If we think and look at how horrible we feel when we're in elementary school or high school or even getting into university, and we're always comparing ourselves to other people when really there's nothing to compare. We're all the same color blood. We each have individual thoughts, and we go into these cliques of different groups, and those groups feed off of one another, whether it be, if you want to describe it as the nerdy group or the popular group or the drug group or whatever you want. We all go to bed at night. We all have to live with our demons, whatever they may be, good, bad, or indifferent. Some of us have stories and secrets that we just don't tell anybody, and most people don't know what we've experienced in life, whether it be sexual abuse, physical abuse, having to take care of your parents. It becomes where we all put on this facade of I'm okay and I'll get through this, when really we're not getting through it, and that leads to a whole other video which we'll talk about, generally suicide or overdoses. It's all over the place now because we can't actually be who we really are. And who gives you the right to judge somebody else? Do you want to be responsible for somebody committing suicide just because you don't think what they're wearing is proper, or whether their hair is cut correctly? Does it really matter in the grand scheme of things? Because when you get to my age, when I turned 40, that was like, oh my God, hallelujah, I hit 40 and I don't have to pretend or anything else. Not that I really pretended, I just never really talked when I was growing up. I never felt that I had anything really good enough to say. I should just be quiet and just listen. And I learned a lot listening, but I was more a person who thought outside the box. And we'll get into that later too, about how when you're laying in bed and you just really don't feel like doing anything with your life because you feel like you have nothing to offer. Believe me, you have so much to offer. You haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg yet. If I think about all the times that I thought about suicide because of my low self-esteem, when I was younger, I'd be dead 1,000 times over. Thank God I never did follow through with it. Thank God I persisted, and I worked through the anxiety, and I worked through the depression, and It wasn't easy. It never is easy, but anything worthwhile is not easy. So I guess in this video, what I truly want to get through to you guys is just keep going, reach out to somebody. Don't worry about what the other person has to say about you, because you know what's right in your heart. You know who you are. You know you're a good person. And it's nobody else's right to make you feel like a piece of dirt. Because I'm here to say you're not a piece of dirt. Believe me, I know the pain, I know the anguish, but it does get better. It gets a lot better. Look at me now. You know what, you guys? I just actually got my piece of paper for MPCC. I've always been a registered professional counselor, then it went to a registered professional licensed counselor, and so forth and so forth and so forth. And now I am fully qualified. Well, I was fully qualified a while ago, but now I actually have the document that says Master Practitioner Clinical Counselor, which is incredible to me. Whoever thought? You know, my dad always called me a scrub girl because I have a house cleaning company as well, and it didn't matter what I did. It didn't matter if I mean, I got a scholarship to university. Wasn't good enough. So never pay attention to what the negative things that people have to say about you, including your family, because it's what you believe inside. You know in your heart you're a good person. You know you're worthy and you're worth so much more than what other people are saying. Remember those words, believe in them, and they will get you through. And if they don't, contact me. I'll tell you a funny joke. See you later.